Okay, so I just did this entire video and it turned out to be like 15 minutes just to find out that my computer actually didn't record the audio. So now I gotta do it again. And speaking of audio, you guys will probably notice that I sound a lot different this time. And I'm actually using my headset to record this because I think I finally figured out what was causing all the unsyncing issues in all of my videos. And I think it might have actually turned out to be my microphone. I won't be talking about this long. I want to point this out for people curious. Because I did a little test with this microphone and it seemed to be working just fine. And I did a test with my Blue Snowball and within like 10 seconds it got out of sync. So I'm starting to think it's probably the microphone this entire time causing the issues, which I guess would make sense because I've had it for about 3 years, so it's probably starting to break down. So for now, we're going to be having the crappy quality, assuming this actually stays in sync, because I only did like a 1-minute test, and this will probably be a much longer video than that. But I just wanted to clear that out of the way. I'm sorry about the less than stellar audio quality at the moment, but that's life, you know. Let's get on with the story for today. So last time I mentioned I'm going to be doing a more of a serious topic today, and we're still going to be doing that, but it's not exactly what I planned. Originally, the topic was, I mentioned how I was helping my uncle move out of his girlfriend's house because she kicked him out, and I observed when I was doing that how it's so strange how two people can go from, like, one day it's like loving each other and being all perfect, to the next day, like, despising each other and hating each other and not wanting anything to do with each other. And it made, like, no sense to me. Like, how can people who once claimed to love each other treat the other one that way? And nothing really happened between them. Like, one didn't cheat with the other or anything. They just kind of had a falling out. They had one argument, pretty much, and it just went to hell from there. Which is a stupid reason to break up. Like, you should be able to work things out with an argument, but whatever. And, I've had a very interesting past 24 hours because all of a sudden I can relate to the situation my uncle was in. So, I want to say right now, you guys can take my word on this, you will never see Taylor/Tater Tot in any more of my videos again. And that's because I actually broke up with her. Yeah, that probably makes no sense to you right now, considering, like, in the past few videos where I've been, like, gushing over her and, like, talking about how amazing she is, and all of a sudden I'm breaking up with her. Well, let's tell that story, okay? I was a little worried, like, should I tell this story or not, but, you know, on this vlog channel, I take you guys through my life, you know, the ups and downs, the roller coaster of life. You guys are there with me in the happy moments, and I take you guys through all the depressing moments, just like with Abby. You know, I told you guys that story, everything that was going on, and now we're going to be doing the same today. So, last night I got home from my date with Taylor. By the way, we saw Frozen, which turned out to be an amazing movie. I love Olaf, he's so awesome, and I love Olaf, he's so cool. But I get home from my date with Abby, and this story actually starts a few weeks ago because she has a friend named Mike, who was, I was assuming at the time, her best friend, who ended up messaging me on Facebook. And because we're not friends on Facebook, it, like, popped up in my other messages feed or whatever, which, like, it doesn't give you notifications for. So I didn't even know that message was there until she told me that he tried messaging her. Or he tried messaging me, so I went and checked the message, and he's just like, hey, what's going on between you and Taylor? And she just told me, oh, ignore him, he's just being weird and protective of me. So I didn't think anything of it, and I didn't respond to the message. Well, last night, all of a sudden, he's messaging me again. And he's talking about, hey, Taylor is his girlfriend, and that I need to leave her alone and stop texting her and stop seeing her and stop coming over to her house. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What? And so I'm like, okay, I gotta figure this out, because Taylor already went to sleep by this point, and I couldn't talk to her about this, so I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna handle this myself, and I'm gonna talk to him. So we started going back and forth, like, no, she's dating me, no, she's dating me, and we basically didn't believe the other one. And I'm here, like, showing him screenshots from my phone of text between us and pictures of us, like, hey, this is, like, we're dating, you know, what are you talking about? Because, and I'm like, where's your proof? And I almost wish I didn't ask that, because then he started showing me screenshots of text from his phone. And that's when we started to put two to two together, because in the screenshots from his phone, it showed them talking and her acknowledging their relationship, and more details I'm not going to go into. Certain things about their relationship. And then it showed text messages she sent to him while she was with me earlier that day, where she made it seem she was telling him how I just showed up at her house and wouldn't leave until she came with me, which is complete bullshit because we had these plans set several days in advance. And how she didn't want to be with me, that I was annoying. She didn't actually want to be hanging out with me that day, that I was annoying her, and that she finally forced me to take her home, which is more lies because I forced her to go home because we were ice skating and she started feeling sick, and I'm like, all right, no, you're going home. So, but at the same time, she acted that way like towards me about him. She would make it seem like she doesn't want to be with him. That when he was over at her house working on a fence, that she was annoyed by the fact that he was there, and we started talking, and we started to realize we're not each other's enemy. That she was our common enemy because she was dating both of us at the same time and was lying to both of us. And it turns out, technically, I was the guy she was cheating with because she'd been with this other guy. I don't remember if I mentioned his name earlier, but it's Mike. She'd been with him for about 2 years. So, yeah. We kind of realized, like, we're not each other's enemy, and we started figuring the situation out. And we ended up talking for about 6 hours last night, and I only ended up getting about 3 hours of sleep today, so I'm extremely tired. But we ended up talking for about 6 hours, just trying to figure out the situation and like showing each other messages and stuff, and figuring out what was going on, and like figuring out what all is lies and what isn't lies. And I think a while back I mentioned how Taylor was like supposed to stay tonight here, and she ended up having to go home early because her dog ate a rock and like had to be rushed to the vet and have emergency surgery. Apparently that was actually a lie. And she lied about that. She left my house and went to go spend time with the other guy instead. I ended up finding out last night, which was like, wow, cool. You know. So this morning I ended up sending her those screenshots, and the first thing she said is, "Where did you get these? Like, where do you think I got them? Whose phone did they come? Who do you think they came from?" And then she started telling me, he only thinks that we're dating. He's in denial of the fact that we're not dating, and I just play along so I don't hurt his feelings. And apparently she didn't realize that him and me were still talking to each other at this time, like relaying our conversations back and forth to see if her stories match up. So she was telling me that he's in denial, and she's telling him that I'm just making stuff up, and that I'm messaging some other person, just change their name to Taylor so to make it seem like it was her. And we're just like, this isn't working. She's not going to tell the truth to either of us. So we decided, well, let's go to her house and talk to her at the same time. So we end up meeting up at her house later that day, or later today, and for the record, this guy is freakishly tall, and I was like legitimately kind of scared of him because he's freaky big. But we get to her house, and he texts her telling her to come outside, and she saw both of us. She just kind of looked at us for a second, and I think this is when she realizes, like, oh, I'm fucked. And she just looks at us and says, "I'm not doing this," and turns around and walks away, which was like, wow, really? So we end up chasing down after her, and as I say, which one of us are you dating? Are you dating him, or are you dating me? And she just kind of stared at us for a few seconds and didn't really say anything. And then she pointed to Mike, the other guy, and said, "I'm dating him." I asked her, why? Why did you do this? Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to him? Why did you string us along? Why did you say the things that you did? And she didn't have an answer. She just kept saying, "I don't know. I don't know. I don't know." And then just told me to leave. And that's what I did. I left. And it's weird. Our entire relationship, she'd always tell me something like, "I feel bad because I feel you deserve someone better than me." And I would tell her, it's not true. I like you. You're perfect. And the last thing I ever said to her in person was, "You were right. I do deserve someone better." So from that, I walked away, got in my car, and drove home. So in my opinion, cheating is like the absolute worst thing you could do to someone in a relationship. Probably second to like killing the person, because that's pretty up there. But this isn't the first time I've been cheated on, and unfortunately, knowing my luck, it probably won't be the last. But this is definitely the one that, like, the worst of any of my relationships, like how they've ended. This one's definitely taken the cake so far, and I haven't even felt sad this entire time. And I think it's because we've somewhat broken up so many times over the past the entire time we've been together. I've gotten like so numb to like the feeling of losing her that now it's just like, okay, she's finally gone. And instead, I was 100% pissed off that she did this. That she had the decency to lie to both of us, look us each in the face, tell us she loves us, and then lie to us and go like sleep with the other person and cheat on us. And now I'm just wondering, like, what had she ever said that was actually the truth? Did her parents ever ban her from seeing me, or was that just another one of the lies? Who actually knows? But it's over now, and I'm glad that she's out of my life now, which is so weird because 48 hours ago she was the most important thing to me in the entire world, and now I want absolutely nothing to do with her, and I never want to like talk to her or see her again because I saw the real her, and it instantly killed any attraction I had. Any feelings for her were just absolutely destroyed when I found out the truth, what was going on. So this is the first time I've ever felt hatred towards one of my exes, too. Like, despite the things that happened with Pepper, with me driving to Tennessee, despite the stuff that happened with Abby, which was documented on this channel, I've never really felt hatred towards any of them. This is the first time I don't hate people either, but I honestly feel like a bit of hatred towards her for what she did to me and how she could do that and like not even seem guilty. She didn't look like she was felt bad or felt guilty at all. She just looked like she was upset because she got caught and that she like is in trouble now. So, but that's over, and every cloud has its silver lining. So I'm happy. I don't know how I'm happy considering how my day went today and last night, but I'm happy right now, and that's all that matters. So you guys will never be seeing Tater Tot or Taylor again. Hopefully my channel stays girl free for a while. And hopefully I can resume making daily videos if this actually works and I stay in sync. Hopefully I can actually start making gaming videos again and life will go back to normal until I can get a new microphone now where I'm going to sound all weird and stuff. But thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay with me on this roller coaster because we can only go up from here, guys. I'm Hardy Tech Yo-Yo. I think I said thank you for watching already. So, bye!